Hello, my name is Shara Calderon. I am a bilingual EC through 6 generalist. Hola, mi nombre es Shara Calderon y voy a ser una maestra bilingüe de la primaria. It's a pleasure to have you here watching this video. I'm here to talk about the action research project that I'm going to be doing for my program. I want to start by saying that being a bilingual teacher has always been a dream of mine. It can be a little complicated. It can get hard sometimes. I know this. But I really do think that it's so worthwhile. And I know that there are extra exams and that the students are going to struggle a lot more, but it's so worth it. I come from a very low income family where we always struggled to survive. If it wasn't one thing, it was another. So I had amazing teachers that pushed me forward. So that leads me to want to help other bilingual students the way teachers helped me. So for this action research project, I wanted to focus on reading levels. I know that in comparison to my other counterparts who are not in bilingual classes, their students are either at reading level or above it, which I think is fantastic. I like students to be where they should be and above and beyond, like any other teacher. Yet I do realize that my students are going to need that extra help. Right now, students should currently be in second grade at least at a level K. Most of my counterparts, their students are at a level L, M, or N. In comparison to me and my students who are at a level G, an H, an I even have a student who's a level D. So I thought, what can I do to help my students get on track with their English speaking classmates? So what did I do? I told myself, well, we don't really do grammar. You know, we focus on reading, we focus on math, we do little social studies and little science. But we don't really focus on grammar, which, if you think about it, it's a big part of reading. So I started doing grammar every day, started working on syntax and visual sight words, So little by little, I started teaching nouns and verbs, adjectives, how they're used in a sentence, what are the rules. This helped. This helped fluency, but it wasn't enough. So what else could I do? So I did book boxes. Yes, this was amazing. The students loved it. It spiked their interest into reading, but it takes a long time. And when you have 25 students, it can get a little hectic to try and do 25 book boxes. So while it's great, in the future, I think maybe just a teacher should present the book box and not try to have all the students present it. At the same time, it does work for a little bit, but then they go back to losing interest because they only care about it when it's the assignment. Then afterwards, their interest just kind of declines. So after that, I said, okay, what else can I do? So again, my school focuses a lot on whole group and independent work. But with everything that's going on, there's really not a lot of space for small groups. So I decided that I was going to move my schedule around, move some things, and make some time for small group, because I see now, after implementing, how important it truly is. I decided that I would make centers for my other students to do. The centers focused on grammar, obviously grammar, since I did realize that grammar was a big part of things that could help. Other than grammar, they are also focusing on fluency and, most importantly, comprehension. So while I'm doing my small groups, there's students that are working with other students that are around their reading level so they can help one another. They're also mixed so they can learn from one another. So small groups really did help, and I found that to be amazing. I said, okay, so we're doing what we can in school. I'm working with students one on one. I'm seeing that growth, but what can I do to make it even more? I know, let's involve the parents. So what do? I made a newsletter, and I said, well, let's ask for the parents' help. So I made a newsletter. I sent it to the parents, and it didn't work. It didn't work. I asked my students if the parents were helping them read at home, and I got a lot of responses that I really should have thought of before. Most answers for my students when I asked, hey, are your parents helping, came out to be, oh, my parents both work. My older brother watches me and he's busy doing his homework. So it's understandable because I am in a low income area, and I remember my parents sometimes were not able to help me with homework. As a matter of fact, my parents didn't really know how to read or do math, so I had to self-teach myself. And I know a lot of children are probably not going to say this, but it's the truth. A lot of our students are teaching themselves or do not have the help at home. So even though it is a good technique to try to involve the parents, it is important to realize that students might not have that support at home. So we really do have to do the best that we can to help them while we do have them with us. Sometimes that's all the learning that they're going to get. Which brings me to a very important point. I do think that closing the achievement gap between ELLs and non-English language learners is very important because they are very behind. And this is something that has been proven over and over again. I think it's all our responsibilities, not just bilingual teachers, to ensure that all students get to where they should be. I can't wait to have my own classroom and be able to implement more strategies. I can't wait to be able to work with students one-on-one to help them realize that no matter how hard it is, they can achieve anything they want to. I want to be that teacher that inspires them, that helps them. I have students right now that cry from frustration, and that's when I realize, hey, this book is too hard for you. Let's change it up. This is no longer instructional level. This is just a frustration. Let's move this. Let's bring it back. Who cares what level you should be at? The point is that you're reading, that you're enjoying it. Slowly but surely you will make improvement, and that's what I'm seeing, and that is the goal, that my students make improvement, that my students get to where they should be, that my students don't fall too behind, and that we get them moving, that they know that reading is key to success, and that they can achieve anything they want through education, which is the purpose of why we should all become teachers, to help our students see that they can become anything and anyone that they want in this life, as long as they pursue their education, as long as they continue believing in themselves. This action research project really helped me see the trials and tribulations that I'm going to go through when I am a teacher, because it wasn't easy thinking of strategies. It wasn't easy seeing that I'm sending these letters home and that the parents are just not able to help. It wasn't easy to see how far behind my students are. But at the same time, having those little moments where you see the students moving on, the students understanding, the students having that I get it moment, seeing that metacognition is just, it's so worth it. It's so worth all the stress. It's so worth all the problems. I do appreciate this action research, and I hope other people take the time to watch this video and see the couple of things that I tried that worked and what didn't work. I will continue trying to work on this, and I will continue updating my blog to say new strategies that I have tried. So once again, thank you for your time, and thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a great day or night or whatever time it is, and remember to motivate all students to be the best that they can be. Thank you for your time.